Okay, this is our exterior video. And we're going counterclockwise. We're behind the fence. And this is where we're going to end up. Okay, we've experienced a lot of new paint, a lot of new ceiling. That's a good thing. Alright, this pipe right here, I'm afraid that that pipe might be one of the air conditioning system's secondary drain lines. Downstairs, most likely. The secondary drain line is supposed to discharge over a window. So if it's leaking, you look out the window and you can see it. It's supposed to discharge in an obvious location. Maybe it's considered that you can look out the kitchen window over here and look across and see it. I don't know. It's an unconventional application. We got wooden siding, but mostly we got brick, we got vinyl pane, vinyl frame, double pane windows. Alright, it looks to me these at least are single sash. The others might be different. We got a sliding sash over here, and brick. Brick is a very good building material. Alright, this home could burn down and you could reuse the brick. Okay, it's a very good insulator. It's got a lot of great properties. It's, for the most part, it's maintenance free. So, I mean, it's a very good building material. But one characteristic about brick is it's porous. When it rains, when the lawn sprinkler system hits it, okay, it goes right through it. That's why we have weep holes around the foundation perimeter. Alright, this is the drainage plane, your drainage plane behind the brick, because it's porous. We've got a drainage plane behind here. We weren't here when it was built. And you know, and then the gap, and then the brick, which leaks, weep holes. Most of the time it comes out of there, it's just going to be vapor. It's going to be vapor most of the time. And you know, I've seen some events. I mean, it happens, but for the most part, it's vapor. Because that's the drainage plane where it stops, because the water went through here. And now we come over here. We've got lintels over our windows, not around a circular window, not over the wood windows. There are windows that are supporting brick. We have metal lintels in there. See them rusting and everything? We're supposed to have weep holes in the brickwork because we have disrupted the drainage plane. So now at this point, a weep hole is required. Very easy fix. You just drill a hole in it. And maybe that's why our lintel's rusting like it is. Huh? Because the water just sits up there. Huh. Okay. Moving on along. See that little crack right there? I got another one. Okay. If it's in the span of a hand, it's going back towards the corner. That's not a foundation issue. I haven't, you know, collected enough data to come up with an opinion about the foundation yet, and I will. But I'm not going to take the shrinkage cracks. Some people call them corner pops. Call it what you will. But I'm not going to take those into consideration when I'm, you know, methodically trying to come up with the best opinion about the foundation that I can. So, but those are called corner cracks. What happens is the concrete shrinks, the brick actually grows. You'll never be able to measure it. It takes about 60 years for concrete to dry completely. But it's at 90% or better now. Okay, so the brick and the concrete expand and contract at different rates for different reasons. The pressure always comes out at the corner. Termites can use that corner, that crack in the corner, to invade your house undetected. So it's a termite issue. If the crack is large enough, a brick might fall off. It might be a brick issue. But it's not a foundation issue. Coming on along, that's our kitchen draft hood. We got a nice bench here in case you get tired. But so you feel like keep them coming on. We've extended our patio here with these paving stones. Now the difference between this area and the patio is that's relatively plain. You know, it's in plain. It's relatively uniform. I mean, and this is not. And so if you get somebody out, you know, visiting your home, or maybe you know, but you got somebody that's a geriatric, like your home inspector, or inebriated, like your home inspector's cousin, okay, well, you know, somebody might, you know, somebody's handy capable. I mean, there's lots of reasons that, you know, some people might be caught off guard or unaware. You know, it's a trip safety hazard. Where do termites live? in the ground. What do they eat? Dead wood. What's wood mulch? Dead wood on the ground next to the house. It's called a clue. It's called a clue. If this was a wood destroying insect inspection, and it's not, but had it been, I would write this up as a conducive condition. It's next to the house. It's wood mulch, conducive, next to the house, underneath the drip line. I would have to. I would have to. And over here, our exterior faucet. All of our exterior faucets, they do not have vacuum breakers on them. And then all of our exterior light fixtures should be sealed to help prevent moisture from getting into the brickwork. And speaking of brickwork, we got a little bit of a crack right up there in that little 45. Moving on along, we also got a little crack on this side of the lintel for the sliding glass door. We've got let's see if I can get in this thing. It's got a light switch on it. It's not GFCI protected. Okay. What did I just turn on? Hang on. Up on my method. Patio exterior receptacle not GFCI protected. Got a little more wood mulch. We got some stucco over here. Stucco's got its own issues. Alright, we got a form board that's left in place. Think that can rot? I do. Think that's conducive to wood destroying insects? I do. I think that's conducive to wood destroying insects. Then, when our roof comes down around the fireplace, I get we got a little kick out right there, right? But at the termination point, we should have, what? I actually see some. Okay, I'm going to be quiet about that. Is that true? Well, how about that? Okay. Everybody likes good news. Bushes should be cut back away from the house. Okay, a bush around your house is good because it breaks the shear force of the wind. There's a second, I don't know what that other pipe is for. That's the secondary drain pipe. So I don't know what I know what we're talking about. That's for the downstairs evaporator coil secondary drain line. And this pipe over here, coming on along, it's okay for it to be there. It's okay for it to be there because the laundry is right up there. I'm connecting some dots. That's the safety pan. That's the safety pan for your clothes washer. Good to know. Good to have. Okay. Coming on along, we got a little bit of cracking right there. Got a little bit of cracking right there. Got a form board left in place right there. Forget what I was saying about the kick-out flashing. We've got 3 passive wind turbines up here. We got soffit vents around the house. That's going to give us something to look at when we get inside. So the bushes next to the house, cut the shear force of the wind can actually help reduce your bills. But when they're so close to the house, what is brick? It's porous. So that means like water gets into it? Yes, it does. And then you got all this shade over here? Is it going to keep the water that gets inside your brick from drying out like it should? Because that's the building science of this. We expected a little bit of water to come in. We got ways to manage the water. And then we're over here, we're holding the brick inside. It doesn't evaporate as much as it would. That would be conducive to wood destroying insects like termites. Carpenter ants can also use this as a bridge to enter your structure. But yeah, it's conducive to wood destroying insects. It's conducive to other biological organisms that would take advantage of that, like fungi. Conducive to wood rot. So all those things. That's why your bushes shouldn't be that close to your house. Now this is a little crepe myrtle. I get that. It's an ornamental. I get that too. But you know what? When it's trunk, when any plant's trunk gets wider, more than 3 inches in diameter, then it's considered a tree. And a tree, like a crepe myrtle tree, should not be placed this close to the house. It should be like 25 feet away from the house. It should be 25 feet away from the house, a minimum. Now, do I have trees too close to my house? You bet. Can I talk my wife into getting rid of them? Nope. Not having very much luck with that one. All right, we have that conversation, but it's not like I win any arguments around there. So, are you going to keep it? I don't know. I told you that it's two places. The roots can take the moisture that your foundation needs to remain stable. Your roots can grow and expand and push your foundation and cause movement. Your branches can be conducive to wood destroying insects like termites and carpenter ants, and they can tear up your wood trim and your shingles. They can cause all kinds of damage like that. We can see here that our fireplace has a saddle. That's a good thing. And we see that we got a chimney cap, and we're going to get up there with a camera pole and see what we can see about that. We're still going to look at that. Coming on along here, okay, we've got a whole video for the condensing units talking about how they should be sealed, and but we got some cracking right in here. It kind of goes up that way. Moving on along, wood mulch again. Then we come along here, our control joint. Okay, when you have this much wall, this much brick in North Texas, it's going to move. It's going to move. So we put these control joints. You see them in the streets a lot of times. And that's to control the movement. Hopefully it absorbs all of it. So we come along here, this is the primary bedroom, suite, bathroom, window, and we get above this window and we see the control joint. We got a little bit of separation right in there. And we got a couple of little bricks that are, a few bricks that are cracked right there. Alright, and then this crack over here I was talking about that comes up through there. That's why you should seal your boxes so that they go down. But it kind of comes up and it runs horizontal. I said stair step, so it kind of runs horizontal right there. We got a little bit of movement. So far, in fact, I've walked this house, so this is my second pass around, and I haven't seen anything in the way of significant movement that's really drawing a lot of attention. I'm going to pay attention when I get inside. We're going to keep looking at things, but as we speak, I think we're okay there. This is how the gas enters the house. This has been painted. That's a good thing. I don't see a bonding wire on the gas. Bonding is not required. If I can find bonding for the gas, I will definitely write it up in the report. Okay, there's another one of those shrinkage cracks, corner pops, call it what you will. Okay, right there looks like it might have been repaired. Termites crawl up in there, you bet they can. But is it a foundation issue? No, it's not a foundation issue. It's got the wood mulch, it's got the crack. Just asking for it. Again, it should be sealed. We do not have weep holes. I know it's only one brick, but we've disrupted the drainage pipe. So we should have two weep holes over each one of these doors. Coming on along, we can see that we've got some repairs. Okay, lots of fresh paint, fresh exterior paint. That's nice. Okay, this door, this is the east door. This is the east overhead door. We got damage on the first and second panels. Whether you're talking about courses of bricks, whether you're talking about shingles, whether you're talking about stair steps, whether you're talking about door panels. The bottom one is the first one, second one, third one, fourth one. That's the way you do it. So the first two panels on the east overhead door, they're bent. Bushes touching the house again. Okay. Well, we can look in here, can't we? Everybody wants to get bit by something sometime. Oh, it was a little lizard. He could bite me. You want to nibble on me, little man? Okay. Coming on along. This is the front door. Duh. Not supposed to be open like that. Get the delivery. Stay a while. Okay, the front door, these are side lights. This is the transom light. Okay, on the east side of the transom light, we got a little separation on it almost looks like a freeze board. A little vertical trim board, a little separation between the brick and the trim right there. Again, exterior light should be sealed. I don't know how this column was installed. I don't know if it was properly fastened. I don't know if it was properly isolated from wood rot. It's wood, so there's that. Now, coming on along, looks pretty nice. rain gutters, trees too close. Rain gutter should not discharge next to the house like that. It should be carried out into the yard. So the rain gutter, a few rain gutters, I think that's the only rain gutter we have, is the one over the front porch. Okay, the rain gutter does not discharge water far enough away from the house. And rain gutters are recommended over the rest of the house. Oh, it's not a code. Well, code doesn't say rain gutters. The code says that the runoff should be properly managed. Okay, you can manage it without rain gutter, that's fine. But rain gutter is a way to just having it spill off of the house is not properly managing your runoff. The Texas Housing Authority, I think that's what it's called. But anyway, I've got it baked into the report. But anyway, the state of Texas thinks that all houses should have rain gutters. I realize that's an all-encompassing statement, but this house is a conventional house, and that was a conventional statement. And you know, the state of Texas thinks that we should have rain gutters. The International Residential Code says that you need something, which is code for rain gutters. So, okay, more rain gutters are recommended. Moving on along. Right up in here. Alright, I can't see it because of the sun. Right in that corner we got a little bit of separation in the freeze board, which basically just translates into normal signs of movement. This is where I took the water pressure from the water meter video that you're going to see pretty soon, and I was talking about the clean outs or lack thereof, which I still haven't found. My main water shutoff valve or lack thereof, which I still haven't found. This is we're back over here where I made my first alarmist statement, going like, oh my god, that's going to be you need to change. No, that's for the clothes washer. That's for the clothes washer. So we're all good.